This paper was presented at the JCT Traffic Signal Symposium 2025. Video coverage of this paper is provided by Highways News and sponsored by Mobius Networks, AGD, Smart Micro UK, TRL Software, Traffic Group Signals, AD Electronics, and Four-Way Consulting.
Can I just have a really quick show of hands for anybody who was here for the MOVA User Group yesterday? And I'm hoping that somewhere out in the back in the exhibition hall, people are still putting their hands up. Thank you very much. So there's a good few. Yesterday was the this year's MOVA Users Group. I strongly recommend for anybody involved with MOVA, learning about MOVA, working with it for the first time. It's a brilliant event. It's free to attend. There's a lot of papers and information from the partners who support it, but also there's a lot of other people there who work with MOVA. So it's a really good place just to come and talk and learn from each other, not just from the people at the front of the hall. I'm here just to give you, for those who weren't here yesterday, a quick rundown and a bit of a summary of what we went through and what we talked about. First up was Wendy Davidson from TRL, who gave us a really good a summary. TRL own and produce MOVA. And so Wendy provided us with information about the latest versions and changes of MOVA tools, the configuration package, and about some of the thoughts from TRL about where MOVA is going to go in the future and how it's going to progress. That was followed up by a user presentation from Paul Finch of National Highways, Eastern Region, areas 6 and 8, I think. He talked about the benefits of their what they've now got established, which is a rolling revalidation process, about how they are picking up and improving their sites on a regular basis, but also how they're using it to combat some of the complaints, some fair, some unfair, and either respond accordingly or actually fix problems as they're going. We had a presentation from SRL. SRL, who have already spoken today, they have MOVA embedded within their, I've got to get this the right way around, within their temporary traffic signal products. And we're talking about the deployment of that and touched on the presentation today. The next user presentation was from Mark Roxburgh, who is here today. I know he's here because you've seen him. Thank you. Talking about a case study scheme, a really interesting case study scheme with MOVA and gap creation for an unsignaled approach onto a gyratory using extended all red and clearance within a signal junction, but triggering gaps to reduce queues on the uncontrolled part of the network, and doing that effectively and safely. Okay. The morning session was closed off and finished out by Mark Playdell giving us an update on Topaz and the changes that are coming through. I'm sure everybody's going to find and hear more as we go, and I know Topaz are here, ARTSM I think Topaz are here with a stand talking about changes specifically yesterday to the detection specifications that are coming, including advanced data and how that the standards both for the collection of that data and also thinking about things like how good a detector needs to be. This is something I always try and encourage people to think about in design, but actually Topaz are now thinking about that in terms of the standards. Really good, complicated work, and probably needs a wide user feedback. So that's probably something for everybody to get involved with. In the afternoon, we had Devrim Kara from PTV Group, who gave us an overview of their new monitoring, live traffic monitoring system, talking about that system that they've just brought through, but also considering how that might give us insights, with a foresight or a forecast capability that we can actually potentially put into things like MOVA to, for example, dataset trigger, and change things responsively. But really, the products from them, but he's calling out for the users of these technologies to think about how we can integrate the systems and make use of them. After him was Ethan Baxter, who again is here somewhere. Ethan demonstrated a case study. So I will say now, Ethan was there demonstrating this and doing the case study on behalf of Chris Kennett Consulting Limited. So I've got a little bit of inside knowledge on that one, but he was showing about a case study of not just delivering MOVA 8 to reduce delays and get traffic flowing better on a very urban high street environment junction, but then actually using above ground radar detectors that had been deployed for the MOVA to detect buses and provide bus optimization through, and was looking at how that had both been done, but also an analysis of it to show how it had been successful and how we can see the results, which are not easy to find. Further partner presentation from Ian Ross of Telent, who talked us through, ran through the offerings from Telent in terms of MOVA, the MOVA hardware, both the Optima Integral and the Optima Outstation, and the variety of products they've got around that, such as the hub. Again, Telent are here outside. As our SWORCO, John Ball, kindly gave us a review and an update on their new MOVA products, firmware, and when I say new products, that the PTC3 with Integral MOVA that's coming along, and I'm sure they're talking to people about already and showing them. Kelvin Shergold came to the MOVA Users Group from Unix for the first time. So that's his first time taking over from Martin Andrews as in that role. And again, talking through their MOVA product, their MOVA offering, and also where they're expecting that to go in the future with the development of the Unix controller and outstation brands, and how MOVA plays a part in that. And the final presentation of the day was another user presentation from Simon Patterson of Lancashire County Council. An excellent presentation, talking again about MOVA 8, the latest version of MOVA, but again, looking at how that was deployed as part of, I think, their BSIP scheme to deliver results, to deliver improvements, but to actually deploy on site before they'd actually got a clear idea of what the back office systems for bus priority were going to be. So the wrong way round, and how you can use MOVA to put in place the facilities you need for bus priority even before you actually know how it all fits together, effectively modular. That was the entire day. I think I'm nearly spot on time, and if anything, hopefully a minute early. But as I say, thank you to all the partners who support the MOVA User Group. I'll mention again, it is free to attend. You just have to book via JCT. And for those of you, as I say, who didn't come, who work with MOVA or might be working with MOVA, please come along next year. Please take part. Please talk to people. It's a fantastic, really, really good resource. Very good day. And oh, yes, and if you do book, do come along, because the lunch is good. Okay, so please come along for it. It's all paid for by the partners. But yes, we would like to see lots of people there, but we would like them to actually come and be there. Thank you very much.